Well,
Well,
hello and
that's
welcome, everybody. It's so wonderful to see you all. This is very exciting. I'd like to formally welcome you all to the Catchalive Town Hall meeting tonight. My name is Melissa Luke. I'm a U.S. Army Iraq war veteran. I'm honored to serve as the head coach and Women's Fitness Initiative lead for the Catchalive Fund. Please join me in standing and reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to our great flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us now take a moment of silence to reflect on the sacrifice of our great nation's veterans, past, present, and all those yet to come. Many of you tonight that are here, you know Lynn Coughlin. But for those of you who don't, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce to you all the president and founder of the Catchalive Fund, Lynn Coughlin.
I want to welcome everyone here to Catchalive's first virtual town hall. We're very excited to have you here. It's beautiful to see everyone here tonight and that you took time out of your evening to be with us. We feel pure happiness knowing that you've chosen to spend the next 30 minutes with us, learning about what we do and what we've been up to over this past year. If you're new to Catchalive, welcome to the family. We're glad to see you here. If you're looking at the screen, behind me are two flags that have a very special place in my heart. The top flag is the Coughlin Hero Challenge, and that flag is a worldwide workout named after my brother that millions of people across the world could be doing at any time, any day, in any community that know about CrossFit, participate, or have friends that do it. So that's pretty cool that that could be happening anywhere in the world, the Coughlin Hero Challenge. And the other flag was carried and flown by my brother's comrades in Afghanistan. And when they got back from the mission, they sent that to me. So that's a very, very special flag, and it always have a place in my heart. So many of you know what Catchalive is, but just to touch on that for those that don't, Catchalive's a national 501c3 nonprofit. We've been doing what we do for 11 years. We do it strong, we do it hard, and we are super proud of that. We serve combat injured veterans that have been injured in Iraq or Afghanistan. And when they get home, we try to help them initially come into the program, holistic and practical programs that heal the whole person, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And as they get into the program, they heal more and more and more. And it's the most amazing, holistic healing that you can take place. And we do it all through wellness and fitness. We ensure a healthy future for our veterans. We want them to find a new focus. We want them to find a new energy, a new purpose in their life. And they do that through the four core pillars that we run by: nutrition, fitness, emotional wellness, and community. And we bring all of that together here at Catchalive. We work out with veterans that coach, mentor, teach, run our programs, write our programs, live our programs, and they help our veterans choose and get over obstacles that could be perhaps really holding them back. And they get them in the program, they get them on a habit of 90 days, working out, really starting to crush it, whatever they want to do: yoga, running, breathing, walking, powerlifting. We have quite a few powerlifters here tonight. And as they go through that program and they learn that habit and they get into the habit and they start showing up, being accountable, then the next part of the grant is their choice of fitness equipment or a gym membership anywhere in the United States. And we found that as that happens, a really full person emerges that came to us with injuries that really changed their life. We found that they've dropped anywhere from 1, 2, 3, 20, 30, 40 medications. They lose 30 to 100 pounds in the first year. And we foster this commitment that you're going to move forward, you're going to get better. And it's a beginning of a completely renewed energy in their life. So we're really very proud of that work. We work very hard at it. And it's serving veterans through veterans, with veterans, and then, of course, our amazing supporters like you, our team here at Catchalive. And we're going strong into year 11. I started Catchalive in memory of my youngest brother, Corporal Christopher Coughlin. He was U.S. Army. He was killed in 2009. He coined a phrase that everyone knew that knew him. He said, "I'm going to catch a lift." And when he said that, he meant it literally. He was heading to work out, wherever that might be and however that might be. But we know most importantly, it really meant that he was going to be centered and refocused and re-energized for that time that he was committing to himself. I'm very, very proud, and we work extremely hard to know that Catch a Lift is the essence of what my brother stood for, lifting others to realize and become what their highest potential is, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So with that, we're going to go straight into the nitty-gritty of what the dreaded 2020 was. We've all heard about it over and over and over to endless points where you want to hear, I don't want to hear that word anymore. But I got to tell you, it was a crazy year for us, but it's a year that we learned absolutely the true meaning of resilience and strength and importance of brotherhood and sisterhood. We do also recognize that first and foremost, our mission will always be fulfilled without any hesitation. And I learned in a very personal and really heartfelt way that our veterans always come first. And 2020 was no time to step back and falter. When COVID hit last year, March 17th, like a year ago, right? Everybody's talking about that. We hunkered down just like everyone else. We took a moment, we adjusted fire, and we figured out what we needed to do each day. We took and we ensured that our fiscal future was stable, which is very hard to do with the nonprofit of our size. If you are part of Catch a Lift and you, again, are coming into the family, you'll learn quickly that the need is much greater than our resources right now. On a daily basis, we get application after application after application, and it outweighs the resources that we currently have, or we've always had, ever had, because the need just keeps coming and coming and coming. It doesn't go away. So we took and we ensured our fiscal future first. Immediately, we reduced our staff from 12 to 2, and those 2 members are here today, still working. And we took our veteran coaches, our mentors, our volunteers. Many of you are on this call, our team members. They came in and they gave to us from their heart in those grittiest of months, like months where I'm sure all of you have been at that point last year. We just kind of put your head down on your desk and take a deep breath. I did that frequently and often, if not many times in a day, but it's these you and our donor, our supporters, our volunteers, our veterans that got us through those months. We opted out of our Cal headquarters when our lease came up for renewal in August, and we just took that show on the road. We set everyone up virtually, and that was exciting, right? It was a new venture for us, but I have to say the team crushed it. Our volunteers and our Cal team literally called thousands of veterans to assure that we had their back. We never wanted them to feel alone. We never wanted them to get isolated again. I mean, we worked almost 11 years to bring them out of isolation, and now we're forced back into it. We also guided and connected our members to our 24/7 private wellness platform, which is called the Landing Zone. It's created by veterans for veterans. We added additional at-home programming in that landing zone to fit the changing needs of our veterans, and they had huge successful outcomes, which we're going to share with you in a few minutes. We rose to that test of like endless obstacles that every day you thought, what's going to happen now? But the team and the supporters and our veterans, they just knew what to do in mission, and they fought for us and they stood by us. I cannot be more thankful for that. All of you out there, you're here tonight. It's the camaraderie. It's what our veterans find in battle, why they become brothers and sisters for life, and they'll never give up on each other. That's what you all have done for Catchalive, and that is very, very, very dear in my heart. And I mean that. If there was never another day in Catchalive, you guys pulled us through 2020, and I thank you for that. Our first virtual benefit was from our long-standing New York City benefit group, loyal supporters, and we just crushed that. With friends and supporters of that New York event, we raised close to $250,000 in that one night virtual event, and that carried us through some of the most uncertain months I've ever witnessed. It's critical and just an invaluable catalyst that got us to the next place. So we got to talk numbers, which is really cool numbers, and I'm just going to hit you with a few of some of the ones we're the most proud about in 2020. In 2020, we had, when COVID hit, we had over 5,100 veterans in the program nationwide, over 412 caregivers in the program nationwide, and straight in the wellness program, actively participating, over 4,500 veterans. So that's a lot of people to take care of, right? But we really did a great job. We did over close to 6,000 phone calls made to veterans from our volunteers, making sure they were okay. This number is really, really great. 173, close to 173,000 motivational text messages that we send to our veteran members on a weekly basis. And some of the things that come back to us still from those motivations are, how did you know I needed to hear that? How did you know that's exactly what I needed to do to get out of bed? So that's a pretty staggering and a wonderful thing to hear back. We had close to 46,000 veterans visit the landing zone and work out from there. And in that crisis of a crazy revenue year, we had given out over 529 grants of some type, either equipment, wellness, memberships, education. So really, really good stuff. And very proud to say our first podcast was launched in COVID. Okay, that's crazy. And we have since produced 33 in 2020, and they are going strong. Melissa has some big news on that as well. We had 120 volunteers standing by our side. We had 14 veteran coaches standing by our side, and we were able to increase our social media followers with a combined 19,000 followers. So that's pretty cool stuff. And then on the other part of the number side, we had some big shout outs. We ran 15 virtual events. I mean, we had to like hunker in and figure out, how do you run a virtual event? I mean, we had to learn how to do that. And we did a pretty good job at it. It's not easy, as you all know. We're all a little bit saturated, right, with Zooms and virtual, but we're getting there. And so we did 15 of those. The first was New York, which was the scariest because it was the biggest. And then we ran, as many of you might have participated in, those 14 days. That's like every single day we had something virtual. And then we had our big Jubilee, which we loved. We thought was super fun. I hope you guys did. And we also have that on our website if you ever want to watch it again. And then we did our Coughlin Hero challenges throughout the nation. We still held some live, but mostly virtual. And we did 4 live events, which was pretty cool if you think about that. Well, actually, a few more. I'm sorry. We did an adaptive workout at Camp Pendleton right before COVID hit, which was very exciting. It was adaptive workout that our adaptive coaches just kicked butt to 100 young Marines that, as our veteran coaches like to say, their goal was to have a few of those Marines throw up after the workout, and they succeeded. And we did a Westport, Connecticut drive-in movie, which was unbelievably successful. Our first Pedal to Honor bike ride was in Connecticut, and then we had our second annual Baltimore Golf again. So all really, really great stuff. We brought in 2 new partners, which was pretty cool, Athletic Brewing and Kappa Sigma Fraternity. And that's, again, a really cool thing to bring in during COVID. And last but not least, something that I think we all need to hear about are our young Americans and how they give back, because it's something you don't hear enough about. We have an incredible patriotic young Americans at Catchalive, and I only hope to see that grow. CJ, Harris, Sam, Sydney, just doing remarkable things that, to be honest with you, sometimes bigger than most adults think about doing, right? So we can share those stories more on our social media. We have stories. Harris Morgan runs a barbecue, and every single weekend that he does the barbecue, he donates a % to us. Sam Haskell put on a Coughlin Hero virtual event that crushed any number you could ever think of at his school. And then Sydney Baker is just a remarkable intern that is ROTC now in her senior year and has done extraordinary volunteer work for us. So we're feeling stronger than ever. We're never giving up. We're not going to ever let anybody tell us COVID. We found many silver linings there. So I think COVID sort of brought the best out in us. I'm going to turn it over to Melissa Luke. Very proud to have her on this call. Melissa is our head coach, which she's doing a remarkable job. She runs and whips these veterans into shape and keeps them accountable. She also runs our Women's Fitness Initiative program, which is very, very important to hear our women's veterans' voice. And if she doesn't have enough to do, she also produces with Kaylee Nasiri, co-producing and hosting our podcast. So Melissa, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Lynn. Hello, everybody. My name is Melissa Luke, and I'm a U.S. Army Iraq War veteran. I came into the Catchalive program in 2016 as a home equipment grant veteran. Prior to this, I had lost nearly a decade of my life to post-traumatic stress and chronic pain. But I was impacted in an incredible way by the Catchalive Fund, from the resources, empowerment, and the tribe I received once I got into the program. Because of this, I was able to regain my purpose and self-worth. I am now so very honored to serve as the head coach and Women's Fitness Initiative lead for CAL. On a daily basis, I have the great opportunity to serve beside a group of 10 plus certified CAL veteran coaches and mentors. Our coaches and mentors provide motivation, support, and training plans for our veteran members across the entire United States. Our coaches and mentors are truly always there for our veteran members, whether it's a fitness or nutrition plan, support they need, or lending an ear in the dark of the night to a fellow brother or sister. We were very fortunate at Cal throughout 2020. When COVID hit, we were really actually ahead of the curve. While the world struggled to find its footing going virtual, at Cal, we already had a proprietary website titled The Landing Zone in place for our veteran members. The Landing Zone is run and created by our veterans for our veterans. Something to keep in mind here, as we talk about this, over 80% of our 6,000 veteran members suffer from traumatic brain injury. The Landing Zone addresses this head on by providing the 4 core pillars of CAL all in one easy to navigate platform. So that's going to consist of everything they need for fitness, nutrition, community, and emotional wellness. We have truly seen the impact of the Landing Zone firsthand, with many, many veterans reporting great amounts of weight lost, increased physical activity, and calmer minds. Our veteran members know and trust the Landing Zone for their fitness, nutrition, community, and emotional wellness needs. One of the truly impactful ways Catchalive aided me personally in my recovery was by providing me with different outlets to tell my story. Through these experiences, I learned firsthand the healing power of standing in your truth. I'm very proud to now be the host of the Catchalive Coach's Corner podcast. On the Coach's Corner, we primarily invite on CAL veterans to tell their stories of service, transition, recovery, and hope. At CAL, we believe every veteran's story is worth telling and learning from. I have some incredible news about the Coach's Corner podcast that I'm so excited to share with you all tonight, our supporters first. So we've now expanded our reach with the Coach's Corner podcast. Like I said, we believe these stories of our veterans need to be heard. So we're now accessible on all major streaming platforms. You can come chat with us still live every Wednesday on YouTube. But from now on, you can also take the show on the road with you on Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio. So, please join us. I cannot describe how very excited we are about this and for our veteran members. At CAL, we feel so very fortunate for each and every one of our supporters, such as you. It is truly because of you, our supporters, that we are able to continue with our mission. Every time you tune into the Coach's Corner, share an episode, give a thumbs up, leave a positive review, you are enabling the combat wounded men and women at Catchalive to heal. I thank you each truly from the bottom of my heart. I cannot be more grateful, and I know I speak for thousands and thousands of my veteran brothers and sisters when I say that to each and every one of you. And we're going to hear from another one of them now. It is my great honor to introduce to you all retired U.S. Army veteran Jason Livingston. Jason is a certified personal trainer on our CAL coaching team, and Jason is the interview trainer for Catchalive. Jason, take it away.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here. I have the wonderful honor and privilege to serve with, what I feel is one of the best coaching teams that we have. Hands down, they've gotten us through COVID like nothing I've ever seen before. So I'm one of the Cal coaches. I live with my family in South Carolina, my wife and my 2 kids, Tylen and Chamberlain. Tylen is in his 3rd year at the Citadel, so I'm really proud of him for that. My daughter Chamberlain, she's loving life and enjoying kind of the in between mix of homeschool and at school. So that's always a fun thing. So I joined the military actually in 2001. My first enlistment was actually in the United States Navy, and then I switched branches in 2004 to the United States Army. I served in both Iraq and Afghanistan. My last deployment to Afghanistan in 2010, I took shrapnel through the left side of my neck. I was medically retired in 2014, and I started with Catchalive. Started my journey with Catchalive 6 years ago. So whenever I came into the program, I was actually in a wheelchair and told I'd never walk unassisted again. My highest weight, I was almost 300 pounds. So through Catchalive and all the resources that they have there, the coaching, the mentorship, the programs that we have, helped me get out of a wheelchair, helped me walk again, helped me be able to be there with my family. And I'm down 100 pounds right now. So I mean that's been a lot of hard work put into my own journey, and that's one of the unique things that we have as coaches. We have that perspective, we have that vantage point of what it is to deal with these injuries, whether it's PTSD or TBI. Our coaches understand that, and that's how we're able to have the most impact. We're able to engage with our veterans. We're able to engage and push our veterans, when we know that they need it. So that's one of the great aspects that we have within Catchalive and as the coaches. 2020 certainly was a very challenging year, and Lynn, you hit it dead on. When COVID hit, we were faced with this great challenge. What do we do? How do we come back from this? And I feel that we came back stronger. It allowed us to take a step back and reevaluate and move forward in a stronger way. And all that is thanks to our coaches. We kept them engaged. We kept them active. Whenever COVID hit and shut down all the gyms, our veterans came to us and they were like, "Hey, I still want to work out. I still want to be able to do this." And our coaching team stepped up, and we came up with bodyweight workouts, things they could do at home, things they could do with minimal equipment, and then that evolved as things grew and progressed. Our coaching and mentorship never stopped, never. It's been going strong this entire time, from our resistance band program to being able to coach and mentor our veterans. I mean, I've been on phone calls at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning with a veteran because they needed it. And, our other coaches have been there stepping up and putting out videos, doing live workouts, all that stuff. It's been amazing to see. We also have our Women's Fitness Initiative giving our female athletes an opportunity to take part in physical activity. It's not just for guys, it's for women as well. The things that we need to keep building on and growing is our adaptive fitness program. As you know, coming out of military service, we all deal with a lot of the same injuries. We're all impacted, whether it's PTSD or TBI or those physical injuries that we all deal with. We need that platform to be able to move forward and help these veterans. And certainly through my own experiences and some of the experiences from some of the other coaches is allowing us to do that. But if there's folks out there that deal with this on a professional level, I mean, having some sort of feedback, some sort of mentorship would be amazing to help get our veterans the most out of what we have. And, I'm going to continue to do what I do and continue to give back to all of my brothers and sisters throughout Catchalive, and to continue to drive this team forward with the help of Melissa and Lynn all the way through. With that, I'd like to turn it over to our Director of Development, Jess Drew, who will speak on more ways you can get involved.
Thanks, Jason, and thanks again for everyone for joining. I know we are approaching 7:30 here, so if you have to hop off, no problem. We'll send out the recording of this along with some highlights. But like Lynn said, and Jason and Melissa said, our community showed up bigger than we could have ever imagined in 2020. And there's still so many ways that we need that community again in 2021. And so we get questions all the time of how can I help? How can we get involved? So we've outlined several ways, and there's probably more that we won't even have time to cover today, but we've picked out what we think are the most important. Jason just touched on this, but we're looking for introductions to like-minded professionals in the area of health and fitness who might be willing to give their time or resources to help mentor other Cal veterans and our Cal coaches, again, just to enhance the programs that we have. So again, think personal trainers, nutritionists, people who specialize in rehabilitation, addiction, pain management, relationship management. So also, when veterans come into the program, we send them a welcome kit getting them excited, kicking off the program. And we like to include products, fitness, health-related things. So maybe you know a vendor who could get us a deal on products to include in that package. We're starting to run low with those things, so that would be a huge help. We've also been introduced to companies, and we know that there's companies out there who are looking to support veteran nonprofits by donating a portion of their proceeds to Catchalive. We will take those introductions all day long. And again, a big shout out, like Lynn had mentioned, Athletic Brewing Company was a new partner in 2020. We've also had an ongoing relationship with Serious Steel, Stone Smelling Salt, and also Hero Wellness. They're based out north as well, or up north. So also this year we're looking to build new vendor relationships, really to help keep the engine running at Catchalive. So if you know of any business owners that specialize in payroll services, printing for marketing material, videography, photography, graphic design, merchandise production, and direct mail services, to name a few, we would love any introductions to those types of businesses. For anyone in college, or if you know a college student looking for an internship, we have opportunities in development, social media, and IT. Last semester, we had 4 interns that received credit at 3 different schools, and it was very successful, and they added a ton of impact. So, you know, we've also had a lot of success, as Lynn had mentioned, with groups that are doing, mostly last year were virtual fundraising, but have started to do in-person fundraising. And as we mentioned, the most popular are our Coughlin Hero Challenges, which are the fitness fundraisers. We also have groups that just want to do their own event, and they simply want to raise money for Catchalive, and we can very easily create a website for that. But when you think of groups, think of high school students, employees, fraternities, college alumni buddies, sports teams, or maybe people that work out at the same gym. So you also heard about, again, how powerful our volunteers were last year. So we're always looking for more volunteers to help with our veteran outreach program. So if anyone's interested in those, obviously you can reach out to us. And as far as events, you know, given the environment, you know, we still have been able to start planning what we think is a lot of events. And as the company or as the country continues to open up, we'll be adding more of those events. And you can check out our website for the calendar to see them on there as we get them up and running. But every event that we do, there needs to be, it has to be sponsorship, partnerships, and volunteers needed. So volunteers who are interested in helping with event planning could add so much impact by helping us get auction items, introducing us to sponsors, spreading the word, ticket sales, or even on-site assistance if we are in person. So if any of this is speaking to you or you'd like to learn more, reach out after this call. I think we've sent enough emails in the last 3 days. You have our emails by now. So thanks again. Sorry we're running a little late. I'm going to turn it over to Lynn for some closing remarks.
Thanks, Jess. So as Jess said, to be respectful of everyone's time, we are going to be taking questions after this town hall. And if you are willing or have the time to stay, we'd love to hear from you. So just stay on the call. If not, we will be sending this out to everyone. But what I wanted to do as we wrap up is just let you know about 2021. It's going well so far. We're very headstrong on this one, 2021. We found in 2020 so many stories that inspired us more than we ever thought, that we took that and we put it into our 2021 campaign. And that's our Everyday Hero campaign. Our veterans were heroes then on the battlefield. And we found, again, as we always knew, but heard even more, that they are now heroes right now. What are they doing? They're giving back to their fellow brother and sister veteran. They're doing softball teams, community work, church work, mental health work. And this is all while our veterans are still caring for themselves with their injuries. So they're hero then and hero now. So our everyday hero is going to touch on current topics that are still extremely important to learn about in the veteran community, and it overflows into the civilian world. Suicide awareness, alcohol awareness, things that plague our society as a whole, but we're taking it on with a veteran guest each month that has struggled and overcome this type of topic. We're very interested to hear what they have to say. Every month has a featured topic that you can find on our website. That topic features our guest, videos, podcasts, and even if you cannot tune in, when you look on that particular month and take a moment to read, you'll find a lot of interesting information that we've done research on to put up there. I think it's a great tool for us to use and learn as a group, as a family, and how we want to move forward in 2021 with these topics. We have sponsors needs to fulfill within that everyday hero. You can sponsor us throughout the year. We have partnerships we need for that. We need volunteers for that. All the things that Jess and the team talked about. But what 2021 really is, we want you to understand that we see every day here. The further away from the wars of the men and women we serve, most injuries that they have incurred do not go away. If anything, they either change or sometimes they get worse. Sometimes a veteran has to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 30 operations on a particular limb that they lost. Perhaps a veteran has to have more injury on shoulder surgery, things of this nature. So the injury changes as the years go on. Traumatic brain injury does not go away. The residual of war, the residual of the injury they incurred goes with their life. It moves on. And we're seeing this more and more now. Catchalive has to be there for them. We can't let them be on this on their own. It's, as we always like to say, it's our turn to fight for them. And we want to step up and be there for them. With the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, I'm sure many of you have heard about the burn pits. And we're seeing now this terrible residual from that, where we're seeing the burn pits is where everything had to be burned for lack of sanitation in those areas. And our veterans now, there's tumors, brain tumors, bone cancer, so many injuries that are now coming to surface. And Catchalive has been hit hard with those in our cases coming in. So we're never going to stop. We know you're never going to stop being with us and being next to us. If this is your season to be more of an ambassador for us, more of a supporter for us, more of a volunteer, we need you. And we want you here. Your family, right? Our arms are always open. We're always here to help each other and stand by each other. So I want to thank you again for being here. Catchalive is proud to have you as part of our team, part of our family. We're happy to take any questions. They're on our website, which we're updating in the next 2 months, which we'll take any help we can get from our professionals out there on that end. But and pro bono is always nice too. But what I would like you to do is get in there and take a look at that everyday hero and what it's about, and check those topics out. Check out the team page, our board of director page. We have some new board members coming in that we're super excited about, and we also have some veterans on the board. But look at our team. If you want to reach out to anyone on there, please do. We'd love to hear from you. And with that, I'm going to take a moment to just thank you all once again. Hold us all in this moment of good energy and all the wonderful things that you bring to Catchalive. I'm sincerely blessed from the bottom of my heart that you're here with us in these 11 years. And let's kick butt this year and get another 11 under our belt. And now we'll say anyone that would like to unmute and ask questions, we're happy to be here for you.
Hey, Lynn, it's Tom Galloway.
Hi, Tom.
How are you?
Wonderful.
Great. Thanks for putting this together, and thanks to all the veterans on this line, those that have spoken, those that have not spoken, and thanks to all the behind-the-scenes workers at Catch a Lift for literally saving lives. For those that aren't involved in Catch a Lift, and you may wonder, geez, how do I do it? I don't even know where to start. Am I qualified? Do I have enough talent? I've never done this before. I'm nervous. I've never spoken to a vet before. Just call 1-800, what is it,
855-496-4838.
So it's for Jim Vet is what it spells. And so I was intimidated. I didn't really know what to do. One of my fellow board members now, Pat Collier, said, hey, Tom, you know, there's an amazing organization right in Baltimore. Would love to introduce you to it. And, you know, it's been a number of years now since I've been on the board, and I couldn't be happier. So thanks to Lynn and all the leadership here. And I'm just encouraging anybody who might be a little bit intimidated. That's a natural feeling. But feel free to reach out to Jess, whose name and number is there on the screen. And happily we'll walk you through it. That's it for me. Thanks, Lynn.
Thank you, Tom. Such a good point. That's such a good point Tom brings up. We have a all-star volunteer, Suzanne Kennedy. All of you have met her if you've been to any of the events. She works tirelessly every single day for Catch a Lift. But, you know, all of the vet outreach phone calls that are made by mostly civilians. And, you know, we have some all-stars there, and they call vet after vet. So Tom, you're right. Just give us a call. We'll show you what to do. Is there an ambassador program for Catch a Lift? Yes, there is. We can get that information out to you. The ambassador program has many easy ways to get involved, and we can get that information out to you. If you want to email, we have your email from this registration, but if you want to email in the comments, we'll send it over to you. And I think, do we have any other questions here? Okay. Oh, Sarah Rotter, yep, she wanted to let us know that, go Sarah. She's crushing it over there. I'm telling you, would you lose over 100 pounds, medications off? I mean, 14 meds. Like, that's Sarah crushing it. And Sarah was, if those of you that don't know her, Sarah was at the Pentagon when it was hit on 9/11. And she went into that building without hesitation. She's a real all-star. We have much respect and love for her.
And this craziness just joined the CrossFit Games for the first time this year. And I am currently holding 8th place in the world.
There you go. That's awesome. That's awesome. Does anyone have any other questions that they'd like us to answer here? Adam, give us some words of wisdom over there, buddy.
I just love seeing everybody. This is awesome. As we're on this call, my friend's kid, Nick Augeri at Staples, is telling me they're doing a liftoff competition at the high school in town here. So I'll tell you, the biggest thing that I love is just seeing all these high school and college kids start their own fundraisers. And there's so many that can be done. You raise awareness. You raise $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. We could do them all over the country. It just takes, you know, a little bit of work and just getting kids energized, and they all want to do it.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great. We have the kids are really impacting. I love the young Americans that are getting involved. You Really good stuff. We have right next to you who I'm looking at. First, Bill Sigling. Say it for me, Jess. I always say his last name wrong. Big Bill Sigliani. He was one of our very first veteran outreach coach callers. And he's like an all-time pro. We give him the hard cases. We give him the people that haven't, are a little more challenging to connect with. Crushes it. He's amazing. And then we have Sally Monroe, Marone, who's out in Montana, who's doing a fantastic job calling our veterans. And I have to give a hats off to my dear sweet mother, Tony Coughlin, who did not want to, she was not going to call for many years. It was too painful, way too painful. And in COVID, she got involved, and she is crushing it. Every time she emails Kaylee Nasiri and says, "Hey, Kaylee, give me more men and women. I want to call. So that's the kind of stuff we're made of. That's what we love. Oh, there she is. Go, Mom.
Hi, Lynn. Hey, hi, everybody. Great program. You all did wonderful.
Go, Mom. Can we, any other questions or comments that we like to have shout out here?
Yeah, I have a question. This is Dan. I was just trying to catch up on what Adam was saying. I got a high schooler. I'd like to get him more involved. And first and foremost, thank you all the veterans and everything you've done here in this presentation and letting us know how we can help. It's really important to me to understand how I can do more. But what is a way I can leverage my kids? Can you give me a little bit on that, Adam?
Sure. Well, there are a number of different ways, and we've run on Super Bowl Sunday. We've run the Coughlin workout on various gym. I'll give you a couple of examples. One of my good friends had his kid run a basketball season event where he basically, him and then some other guys on his team got sponsors for how many points they put up throughout the season and getting donations to Cal. We had another school that did a similar thing, a private school that had their whole team do a Cal night for a sponsored rally that they have once a season, and they vote on which charity they can support. So at halftime, we spoke. There are so many ways to do it, and if you want, I can send you my information, and we can have a conversation on it. But I'll tell you, there are 5 to 10 really cool, fun ways where guys and girls in high school or college can get their teams motivated. I mean, many sports, different activities. There's a lot of different ways.
Yeah, and Jess will get some things over to you, Dan. She has the ambassador program. She'll get that over to you. Okay.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
It's B. I had my hand up, but sorry, I'll just unclick that. I'm not sure if I'm even using it right. So just call me B, but my name is Bogumiwa Kenny. And my sister actually, she's a junior executive at pretty amazing company. She basically asked me if is there any way to help Cal, and I know that they match contributions, and also her job is amazing. She basically is in charge of a factory that packages and distributes booze. So that's also, an important thing, I think, for auction. I don't see people not auctioning to get a bottle of wine or something.
Sure,
but she wanted to know, how to help. And if you had a package that she'd be able to present at her next meeting.
Oh, absolutely, B. Jess will get it over to you. you can see Jess right there, so you virtually can meet her. But yes, absolutely. We'll get that over to you. We have a package that'll explain everything, and that she can present to the program, and then Jess can jump on a call with the company as well.
Yeah, and if you guys are ever, I'm not sure if you've ever had any like galas or whatever, but she'd definitely be able to supply the bar and get more people interested in going, things like that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, and now that the country's opening back up, our galas will begin. We'll start again.
Right. Yeah. She's in Chicagoland, like the outskirts of Chicago. So that's
perfect.
where she's located.
We have something in Chicago brewing, so that's perfect.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. She keeps wanting to help, and I said, I'm going to get on it, and this is perfect timing.
Good. Yeah, it's perfect. Really, really perfect.
Thanks,
And
Lynn.
yeah, thank you.
Do you mind shooting me an email? I'm not sure if I have you. Did you register? If you don't mind, just shoot me an email here. It's right
Jessica?
on the screen. Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, I could totally do that.
Perfect.
We have B's email too, Jess.
I'm not sure if I'm seeing it. I think you might have registered as a different name.
Okay.
If I don't figure this out, Lynn, would you be able to send her all my contact info, please?
Oh, we'll send it. Don't even worry about it. We'll send it to her right away.
Thank you.
Of course.
Awesome.
Of course.
And also Sarah Reuter is amazing. That girl has me working out like I'm going to compete next year for sure with her. I'm on a bad day doing one workout, on a good day 2 workouts. I just started getting really, really strict with my diet, and like she is always there. Amazing. You know what I mean? Like it's just without the people. I mean, I tried to do it on my own. My husband bought me a Stairmaster for the house. It didn't matter. So
we all need a Sarah. We all need
a Sarah. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, the tribe and Nikki's getting recipes together for me and everything. This is amazing, amazing organization. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, B. We're proud to serve you. Honored to be able to serve you now. Thank you for all you've done for our country. Really.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
really
you,
means a
B,
lot.
and good job. You're doing amazing. Don't stop. Tomorrow's a new day for 2.
That's right. I'm gonna totally.
I know that
Raiders.
Yeah, some people joined late. And we had wrapped up about 7:35, somewhere in there, 7:40. So Jess will send you a recording of the town hall so that you can hear all the good things that that we did in 2020 and what 2021 looks like. I think it's good stuff.
All right.
Thank you all so much. Thanks for being here tonight. Thank you, Sally, and everyone. Matt, I see Matt's there. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon. We'll send out all the information to everyone and those that join late. Thanks for coming in, but we'll get things out to you. We love you all so much.
Thank you. Great job. Great job.
Talk soon. Bye.